Hello, everybody. Welcome back to HBM. Last episode, what did we do? Oh, wait, we worked on the batteries, didn't we? Well, we're at 4 now. So, there we go. 4 gold batteries. Now, the thing is, actually, we worked on the Australian setup, didn't we? It's all the way out in that direction. Yeah, we'll head out there in a second. I have all this coltan now we need to process as well, which is amazing. So I'm just gonna leave this running, and when I come back, it probably won't have anything new. But hey, maybe it will have new stuff. But check it out. This stuff actually gets rid of the water, which I did not expect. I did not expect it to get rid of the water, but it does. So it's amazing. So basically, the plan is, I probably should have brought the batteries with me. We don't really need them right now, so we can leave them there. The thing is that we need to get actual Australian RBMK. Which we are at the point where that's actually possible now for us to do. We can actually reconfigure the old RBMK into a much better design if we really wanted to. We could construct a new RBMK if we really wanted to. In fact, there's a bunch of options we have. The main thing stopping us is the massive distance we have to travel right now, which is like, what, 18,000 blocks? Painful. Alright, we're finally here. I mean, this took forever for me. For you all, it took 5 seconds. Yeah, we had to travel 2,000 blocks to get back to our house. That's how far the coltan deposit is. And that's why I want to set up drills. Because if I set up infinite drills that just run forever, this would be absolutely fantastic. I can just go there, grab stuff, come back, do stuff. I guess. So, we're gonna get started making an Australian RBMK, which is gonna be like the regular RBMK, except gooder. So to get started, we're gonna need to get asbestos concrete. We're going to need one of these. Well, we'll need this, but we'll also need asbestos concrete, which is somewhere in one of these. Actually, it might be in this chest over here. Yes. There we go. We need asbestos ingots. Let me show you all the amount of Australian we've gotten from 2 stacks of ingots right here. Actual load of it. So we're getting really close to having these guys burnt out of fuel and stuff, which is really good, because then I don't have to worry about taking care of them when I upgrade, but I will probably still use them once I upgrade. I can probably still run them all. Anyway, let's see what we need to do for asbestos. We have asbestos on hand. I'm pretty sure in the ore form. So what I need to do is take the asbestos ore, if we have any, in these bins, which we should have some in some of these bins. What the heck is going on here? Is it coal? Yeah, it's coal. Oh, how's the coal plant doing? I gotta check on that every once in a while. I always forget. It's probably clogged. Clogged? Okay, it needs a new thing. Wow, that's actually nice. Well, let's see. I need some steel, and I'm gonna need this thing. Okay, so that should do the trick. And that's taken care of. I will need some of this coal powder though. I'm gonna take a few stacks of this. If we have extra stacks, so I can run those through the other thing. Well, here's some of the asbestos. All of the asbestos ends up down here because it doesn't have a filter for it, because it doesn't have a place where it can go. But also, more asbestos can end up in these guys if we are looking for it. Okay, so now we gotta shred stuff. We got 23 of these guys, and we got like 64 of the other guys. So this is gonna be a lot of shredding today. Shouldn't be too hard. Oh, by the way, these both technically give you asbestos effect. So if you have these without a gas mask or like any kind of protection, then yeah, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer for that. But anyway, it's pretty good. Do we have any extras that just ended up in these? Yeah, we do. Definitely do. Some of them must have went. Oh, wait, do we have? Oh, we probably had 64 and 20. Okay. I'm gonna switch this guy out to this guy. And as far as making asbestos, I'm pretty sure we can just smelt it up in this guy. Right? I can just smelt that up in there. Where'd this lithium powder come from? Put that into the machine. So all the asbestos we get from this process all ends up down here. Perfect. So as you can see, it's coming down the belt. Goes all the way around from that thing. Goes through all the filters for the ore and stuff. And because there is no filter for it except for wildcard, it gets filtered down to here, which is perfect. And that's how I want it to be. So, good. And we'll need more sand, probably, it looks like. So I'm going to run these through the shredder again. Because that's, yeah, we don't make enough sand. We make more gravel than sand. Because all the sand is busy going to make clay and stuff. So to actually get to some of the things we're gonna want, we're gonna want Australium, but also Americium, and getting to those is going to be very difficult because there's one thing that gets in the way of Americium, and that is getting plutonium-239 and taking that and turning it into plutonium-241. So 239, right? Oh, it's a screenshot button. It is not very useful. 239. You can see here that if you take 239, this gets you to nuggets of 241, which you need for making Americium, because billets of this can be made into fuel, which can then be made into Americium. So that's how you get Americium. You need 239 for that, which, I mean, you can get rid of 239 using the research reactor, but it does not give you, that way does not give you the 241. Now, the thing with 239 is that because it's got such a low critical mass, it will just explode if you're not careful, so you need to be very careful with that. Or at least that's how it is in the research reactor. I don't know in the RBMK. It shouldn't be that way in the RBMK. It should be pretty safe in the RBMK, I think. And when you look at that, we're making coltan already. Coltan, the tantalum, and all that it's just going good. Right? That is going good. So, we're heading down to this place now. We're going to make the actual RBMK rods. And this one over here, because it's going to be emptiest. Yeah, it's basically empty except for all the capacitors, which is ridiculous, but could be worse, dude. Could be worse. Now, since we got 2 stacks of this and it needs equal parts of the other stuff, this is going to be probably, like, pretty expensive. Oh, this is going to be the most expensive RBMK we've ever built. But it's going to be for probably exclusively the stuff and things. So, we need to place down our anvil. We need to grab some steel from this bin, since I got some steel in here. I'm gonna throw this back in there. Okay, so 2 stacks of steel. Wait, is it steel plates or steel ingots? Pretty sure it's steel plates. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's steel plates. And then it's copper ingots, right? Or wrong? Steel plate. Yeah, it's steel plate and ingots and other stuff. But you'll notice the thing which is kind of annoying is that we need a bunch of insulators. So insulators, to get those easily, what you want to do is take sand, put this through the peroxide machine, right? And we acidize this into the ingots. So, sand. Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm going to take this out. You're going to start doing sand, dude. You're going to do the sand. Sand, dude. Sand. It's the future. Alright, the rest of the stuff that we got down there, the rest of the asbestos, is going to go towards making more asbestos concrete for the actual coverings. Because you can make them with boron glass, but I'm not that kind of fella. I'm not going to make it with boron glass just because the boron glass is actually really annoying to make. It's actually worse than making asbestos. Or maybe it's lead glass or something. I don't know if it's lead glass or what. So, but we're basically almost done. Look at this. We just need those insulators. Now, we can make insulators from, like, basically rubber and stuff, bricks and stuff. But the best way to get the insulators is from, well, the fiberglass, which is what we're making right now over here. Which you can see we've accumulated 14 pieces. Doesn't take that long to make this stuff, but you'll see each one gives you 16. So I just need like 2 more. Perfect. And now we have the perfect ratio for 100 and, well, not 128. You have to divide these all by 4. So it's probably 64 64? No, it's not 64. It'd be 64 if I had 4 stacks of everything in here. This is not 64. This is a lot though. It's 32. It's half 64, so 32. That is a ton. That is actually a ton. Like, no, seriously, that is a ton. That's a lot. 32 of those? We'll be able to build 2 RBMKs or something. I don't know. Like, if we build small RBMKs, 2 of them. But no, we're not doing that. I'm turning on this guy so we can get some more stuff. Australium isn't radioactive, apparently, which is nice, but you're probably wondering, what is with this greater and lesser Australium? The lesser one is what we want. So, that's just the deal with that. Alrighty, I'm gonna run these through here so I can get more technetium and make more of the stuff, and polonium too. Polonium is important because we don't got lots of polonium. So, that should take care of that. And the thing that I'm happy with is the fact that I can run the laser constantly. Like, I could run the laser forever, basically. Because of all the energy we produce from the RBMK. You'll see now that we have 32 RBMK structural columns. The thing with these structural columns is that now that we have bismuth, we don't even need to make moderator columns. We can now officially make very compact RBMKs, which means that these 32 columns can go a lot farther than just making, you know, like 5 fuel rods. We can probably make like 20 fuel rods now. Now, we'll have to go ahead and take care of this though. We have to look at the RBMK stuff. So there's the steam channel, there is the fluid heater, which is, these are 2 important things, right? Fluid heater is important because you can use it to heat up fluids, but it's also for coolant. So that is why you need the fluid heater if you're going to make something. But the RBMK moderated fuel rod is what we're looking at. As you can see, 4 bismuth nuggets and blocks of graphite around a regular fuel rod makes a moderated fuel rod, which means moderated means the neutrons are slowed down and therefore can actually do stuff and things. So we're going to go ahead and take that, and we're going to make it happen. I have to use this archaic piece of machinery because, turns out I don't have enough of the stuff. Of the, what's it called again? The ingots of graphite or whatever. I need more graphite ingots, but we're going to get started making fuel rods, and how many... We're going to lay out the shape of this thing first. So, I'm thinking... Since we got so many of these guys, right? Let's just go like a shape like this. And between each of these, we can have absolutely nothing except for coolers. Well, if we're going to have... Since also you have to keep in mind, Australium is self-igniting. So, the... yeah, so it doesn't even need... Bro, its melting point is really high. But it's also... The fuel rod... Wait, what? Oh my gosh, dude. Huh. Wait a second, what? This is actually a ridiculous fuel. Like, I'm just not realizing how stupid this fuel is. Because I'm pretty sure you cannot melt down your nuclear reactor with the low-enriched Australium. Like, you wouldn't even need cooling rods. It would just... I don't think it's possible. But, still, we're gonna make sure to use the cooling rods. But we're gonna kind of have a shape like this. Each of these rods is gonna be just a rod. A fuel rod. And between them, we'll have these for the water. And I guess on the inside of these, we can just have more fuel rods. Fuel rods and coolers. Fuel rods and other things. Yeah, so basically, really simple. Just gonna be fuel rods and then coolers. Or fluid heaters or whatever. We might make these. Why? Because the fluid heater can actually get rid of heat more effectively than the steam channel could. Probably. Depends on what you're using it with. You can use coolant, you can use water in there, and you can make a double loop, which, I mean, I'm not sure why you would do a double loop, but the coolant is good. Coolant's good. So we might try the coolant. Okay, let's go ahead and test out an Australium setup because, yeah, that's something I want to do. So we already know what we're doing for the RBMK. We're going to go with the moderated fuel rods, either steam channels, and these. And then on the outside, we're probably going to have these neutron reflectors if we have enough pieces. Probably not going to do that because I don't know. Don't know why you would do this, but we'll see if that has any effect on it, if it's good or not. If I like it, I'll keep it in the main design, because I got enough I could probably make that with neutron reflectors and everything. And I'm going to need some pipes, well, so give me some ducts. And we're going to try out both the coolant and the regular, and we'll see how we like them. So let's go ahead and do some experimentation now, shall we? So, we said that the design is going to look something like this, with a moderated fuel rod next to steam channels between it, and then with more moderated fuel rods like this, and just build it out so we have 9 of them, which is kind of ridiculous, but this is the most ridiculous setup for an RBMK, honestly. This is actually the most dense RBMK I've ever seen, but this is either going to generate a lot of power, or it's going to generate a lot of heat and melt down, but either one of those is pretty good, because if it generates a lot of heat, you will get a lot of power from that. You just hope it doesn't melt down. That's all I can say. So, that's going to be the main design thing, and I guess what we'll do is we'll compare it to another design exactly identical, but with the reflectors on the outside. We're going to go ahead and set up concrete on the outside, just to make sure it doesn't leak radiation or any... Actually... Since when do I care about leaking radiation? This place is like covered in radiation, dude. Alright, we're gonna also want a smaller duct, which is gonna be the tiniest duct available. Reason being is so I can access these guys. Now, some people might say, yeah, just use the thing on the bottom. I don't care about using the thing on the bottom. The thing that you know what I mean. It's the thing that hooks up to like the thing and it does the stuff. No, it makes it so you only need 1 pipe. It's lame. No. Why would I want 1 pipe? I want all the pipes. More pipes is better. I doubt it's going to need an actual cooling tower. We're not running anything like Strabidium. Strabidium doesn't even need like one of those big size cooling towers. I'm pretty sure it just needs one of them regular ones. Auxiliary. Not the gigantic one. What the heck? There's some weird graphical errors. What? Dude, it's probably because all the RBMKs have blown up. It's connected into there, I think. And now we just need water to come out the bottom, which I think can be piped out just like this. Like that? You kidding me? I have to not crouch for that. And this thing can hold a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a lot of rods. 5 plus 5 is 10, 12 rods. So I need 12 of these rods, which is going to be kind of painful to get, but just bear with me. Australian rod. Okay, I need these now. Can I not just shift click that thing in there? No. Apparently I can't. Shift click? Control click? Oh, I can. Nice. Control click. Oh my gosh, dude. NEI, just saving the day. Alright. Alright, let's get started with these. So, I'm gonna put one in the middle. Boom. Oh, that's with the green one. It's the green one. Green one doesn't do anything. Purple. Purple self-igniting. You can see it's slowly rising in temperature. It's not gonna rise that high. I don't have any covers on the top of these, so the concrete was kind of useless. They don't get that hot. They don't get that hot, do they? Actually, they're rising way faster now that I got a bunch of them in a row. So I think that actually makes them faster. Flux slow. Okay. So I get a bunch of these on the edges, too. And as you can see, the heat is not really rising that much. I don't even need... Do I even need the heating things? I don't need the heating things. Wait, what? What if I just put a bunch of these guys on the end? I feel like this could be more control. And put a bunch of these on the edges. If I put these on the edges, right? These get more heat. Yeah. But it's just... All Australium is bad. For like an Australium only RBMK. That's not actually doing too good. But I guess it is to be expected when you're using this. Oh, it's finally generating power. That's interesting. Oh, it's heating up a lot. It's heating a lot. Dude, man, it's heating. Oh. Bruh. Not again. Why did they not have steam in them? They should have had steam. Oh my gosh. That generated a lot of power though. Which is, I mean, that's what you mean. RBMKs, when they explode, they generate a lot of power. So, I mean, I can't clean this up though. Because there's a lot of stuff I can't clean up here still. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna make a new one.